The median house price in Sydney is now $1.75 million. So I thought I would show you a breakdown of exactly how much you need in savings and how much you need to be making in order to afford and buy the median house price in Sydney. Assuming you're putting down a 20% deposit, your deposit amount is going to be $350,000. Wow. The stamp duty at 1.75 mil is just over $78,000, and I'm assuming $3,000 of purchasing costs like legal fees and building and pest inspection, which takes your total funds required to just over $431,000. Moving on to your repayments, your loan amount in this scenario is $1.4 million, assuming a rate of 5.4% on principal and interest repayments. Your monthly repayments are $7,862. Weekly repayments of $1,815. In order to service this kind of loan, assuming both borrowers have no debts to their name, including HECS debt, and we're using the benchmark living expenses here, assuming a couple with no children, you'll have to be earning $124,000 each. With one child, you're going to have to be earning $128,000 each, and two children, $135,000 each. I just found this property here, which is minutes away from the first one that I showed. It's the same configuration, same interior condition, and it rented out for $920 a week. Now, if you can recall, your mortgage payments on the first property would be $1,815 a week. So it's pretty much half the price to rent a house in Sydney at the median cost than to actually go and buy. And this doesn't include the fact that you're going to need about $431,000 just to buy that property in the first place as well. And this also doesn't include all the other costs that come with property ownership, like your council rates, insurances, maintenance, etc., which you wouldn't be paying for if you rented that property. I can understand a lot of people would be angry and disappointed at the fact that you're unable to buy at the median house price, as it is so unaffordable and out of reach, especially for the youth of today. But you have to adapt to your circumstances. There's no point just whinging about it and being angry about it, because it does not get you anywhere. And you have to look at alternatives. And as I've just showed, you can rent the same house for half the price. You're not incurring any of the same property costs that you would if you own that property, and you can use the money elsewhere. And that is essentially why rent vesting is becoming so much more popular in society now, because it just does not make sense to have a massive mortgage over your head as opposed to renting that property for half the price and utilizing the other funds that you've saved by renting towards other investments. It could be stock market, it could be other investment properties in other locations that are a lot more affordable. So it just comes down to your personal goals and objectives.